To continue the module update videos, here's Tower 106, the second of 10 modules for the Dallas Union Terminal module set. That's not a stain, that's just where my iced tea has been sitting, and it is humid here in Texas today. So looking at the module, this is Compass West. This is where Stemmons Freeway connects, about 7 feet 4 inches of module that leads to another Fremo end. These 3 tracks come down to 2 on that module. We have the 2 Texas and Pacific main lines, and then this is the passenger lead that branches off of those. And this passenger lead goes through the movable point crossings and will join up with these 2 tracks here when we get down onto the triple underpass portion on the next module. So we're looking south. This is magnetic north, and an overly simplified version of what was actually here is the Rock Island and the Katy railroads. This eventually went up to Fort Worth via a different route than what the TMP went, now UP. And this I believe went up through Frisco over as what is now the, I believe it's the Dallas North Tollway. Looking down the tracks, we have the DUT main lines. And these 2 mains will meet up with these 2 main lines. It begins here and continues on the next portion on the triple underpass. And following the diverging route, we come down to the passenger leads here. And on the triple underpass, there is a double crossover with double slips on 3 of the 4 corners that allow it to join the track that those 2 sleepers are sitting on. And this allows Dallas Union Terminal on both ends, both the north and the south. We can simultaneously arrive or depart 2 trains at the same time. So you could arrive or depart here. Of course, if we're right hand running on a setup, you could depart a train here northbound. And at the same simultaneously, and this accesses passenger platforms 1 through 3. Of course, let me back up a little bit. Each of these tracks can access all 6 of the platform tracks, but we can depart off 1 through 3 here, while simultaneously receiving trains on 4 through 6, either here or from the TMP side where those 2 sleepers are. You could also receive a train here through 3 through 6 and depart through here through platform 1 through 3. The south end allows for similar operations, so at any given time, Dallas Union Station could have a total of 4 inbound and outbound trains without interfering with each other. And as long as the freights were in the clear, then we could also have 2 different freight trains occupying the mains as well. So the dispatcher here will be a little busy. As we continue down to the parking lot for the Tower 106, this is a Ryan Harris model, designed, printed, painted, and assembled by him, along with the little shed here, which was one of his original 3D attempts way back in the day. And that little building has been waiting on the rest of this module set for about 7 years. So this track here actually existed, and as if you look, it actually curves a little bit south as it comes off the TMP. This track did exist, but it actually diverged to the north a little bit and came out this direction. But with compressibility issues and the fact that I have a bunch of frogs and switch points here for the movable point crossing that sits here, that just wasn't an option. So this track is not live. There will be a section of rail sitting over there, but they won't be connected at this time. We're just using those to kind of placehold what was once there for looks. The Katy actually had 2 tracks here that they kept business cars on. A lot of photographs of these with the Warren Commission following the assassination of President Kennedy. For this purpose, there's a single track. This can be used to park in any number of equipment that we need, business cars or extra coaches or sleepers or whatever on the north end. This is another dead end track. This won't go anywhere for now, but it will tie into the rest of the layout. I got room here to park 2 switchers. So I imagine we're going to need anywhere from 3 to 4 switchers operating this module set. And the north end jobs will report here and pick up their switchers and then go to work. This is a number 6 and what might be a first in Fremo, but I don't know. This number 6 will have self-guarding frogs from Proto 87. Looking down the other way, we're looking compass north. These are the tracks down to the diverging route of the Katy and the Rock Island for the passenger leads. We're looking at the part of the complex that makes up Tower 106. So using number 8 turnouts as the basis on this module, you can't build diamonds that shallow. I was told by Fast Tracks that you can't do it, and I thought you could, so I built them, and sure enough you can't. In HO with the wheel sets that we have, when you have diverging routes and a diamond that shallow, the trucks don't know which way to go. So most of the time they continue on the route that you want them to go on, but the rest of the time, or occasionally they decide to go the other direction, then you've got trains on 2 tracks. So the solution to that is a movable point crossing. And it's not prototypical here for Dallas. This was actually curved track crossing curved track. And back in 2015, 2014, 2013, when this is being planned and assembled, Oak Hill wasn't around. Maybe today he could come up with a solution for this with some curved diamonds. But this was designed, built, and predicated on the use of number 8s and the movable point crossing. So these pretty much work independent of the operator. The turnouts upstream that'll be sitting here or so actually control these downstream, so that when the route is selected, these automatically follow in line. And this is the jig for this is just a number 8 double slip that's heavily modified. But so to date, they've worked really well. And then all of my turnouts utilize either Details West or Proto 87 frogs. All the tags and numbers here, I put DC power on this module and have been going around checking and labeling the voltage for each section of track. You don't ever want to be the new guy showing up the module that doesn't work. So troubleshooting this, everything to date is functioning. Track voltages are high. Putting 14.5 volts on, you can see I'm getting around 14.35, 14.43 all over the module set, so things are looking good. This is getting real close. I will add one of the details that's going into here, if the camera will focus, are all the rail heads are cut every 39 feet, and they're not cut through. It's just to give the appearance. And then there are Details West rail joiners on the outside, and on the inside are KV models etched brass. So, and that's how this continues, staggering for the most part every 39 feet down the module. I'm not sure it'll give the clickety-clack, but in 1963, this was all jointed rail, and we will certainly give the appearance of it. So this is Tower 106, getting really, really close to getting the rail painted. And then once the rail is painted, we'll continue on with scenery, and with scenery, then move on to the job of ballasting.